Good Thursday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for February 27th, 2014. Starting off with the NAM Future Radar, and this is actually for the system that's going to be moving through today. Yes, we have another system moving through today. There's going to be an area of low pressure that's going to be well to our north. It's going to be sitting right up here, and it's going to have a cold front that's attached to it. It's going to be swinging down here like this. This is going to be a reinforcing shot of cold air behind it. Because this is going to be coming in probably, say, like early afternoon to mid-afternoon, there's not going to be a lot of time for the temperatures to warm. We originally thought that maybe we could warm up above freezing in many locations. You might hear in southern areas here, but you are going to have a southwesterly flow out ahead of that. But since this front is moving pretty quickly, we don't expect there to be too much of a warm-up before the front moves through. Once the front moves through, it's going to get just downright cold, and there's not going to be, if it does get in here too quickly, it'll cut down on the amount of instability and lift associated with the front, and will cut down on snow accumulations or snow showers as widespread as they are. Here is 11 o'clock in the morning on the NAM high res. I'm going to move this forward here. You can see just some spotty, these are showing as rain here, they're not rain. Just some spotty showers, snow showers moving through with the front, and they're just going to pretty much die out. One of the reasons is because there's a lot of dry air in place here over eastern PA, and that's one factor. Second factor is, again, it's coming in a little bit earlier here, and at this point, this is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The cold front is still sitting back here, so there might not be enough lift here generated because of there's no real daytime heating out ahead of it. The exception of that will be in our southern areas, but you see where the 32-degree line is. It's way down here to the south, so even though the front's still back here, it's still really not warming up that much. So in that instance, I don't think we have to deal with anything as far as heavy amounts of precipitation. Let me move this back down here. As far as heavy amounts of precipitation are concerned, just a few, pop-up snow showers, and that would be mostly in the afternoon hours. I'm going to move over to the GFS, and I'm going to keep moving this around here because I did something and moved it here. But this is the GFS here for Friday. We're going to have a very, very cold night on Thursday night. Temperatures are going to get down to near zero or maybe even below zero in some locations here. And then this high pressure is going to be moving in here for Friday. Not going to get very, very warm at all on Friday. Matter of fact, we might have a day where temperatures are 20 to 25 degrees below normal for an average high. This time of year, you got normal highs are in the low to mid 40s from north to south here, and we're talking about temperatures that are going to be struggling to get above 20. So very cold day on Friday. Because the high pressure is right on top, you're not talking about a lot of wind, so that's one good thing. And then that high pressure will be sitting on here in the afternoon on Friday. High pressure sitting right over the Delmarva, so a very cold day on Friday all around. Okay, now we're going to head to our next system here. We'll moderate a little bit on Saturday. We have here's the March 1st system, and you see there's really not much with it. Just a few snow showers might be a possibility on Saturday, but again, nothing to write home about. Not a big deal. That is being crushed by the polar vortex, and that polar vortex will begin to retreat a little bit, but not completely leave. So here's our next system coming in on Sunday. Now this is a frontal boundary first, so our system is way off the map here. It's way back here down into the southern plain states at this point. You got high pressure sitting over top here, and then you have this cold front that's going to push through. This boundary is still sitting back here, so now this boundary has to drop south here, and this is going to be very important where this boundary finally is, how far south it gets, and where it decides to stall, because we do think it's going to stall, and then this low pressure is going to ride that boundary and provide some extra lift, added lift to that, and produce some snow north of that front, mix right along the front, and rain to the south of it. So we're going to move a little bit forward here. Here's those snow showers trying to move in. There's really not much going on here during the day on Sunday. And then here, by the time we get to the evening, we got some light snow beginning. And here's our low pressure system just entering the picture here, down here over the Tennessee Valley, western Tennessee Valley. This is going to take a path just like this and head off the coast like that. It's going to take its time doing it, and it might be in a series of lows instead of just one at a time, but it's going to take a very slow path to the east-northeast like that, and you see to the north here, snow is here, mixed in the middle along the front, and then rain to the south. And then you get to the next frame here. This is overnight Sunday night. You see steadier and heavier snow starts moving to the picture across parts of our coverage area, or at least most of the coverage area. Excuse me. Getting over a cold here today. Okay, and then this is Monday morning. Got some very, very heavy snow falling over much of the state of Pennsylvania, except the extreme southern part here. So down places like down by the Pennsylvania Turnpike, in the vicinity of the Pennsylvania Turnpike and the Mason-Dixon line into northern Delaware and southern New Jersey are going to have some mixing issues, all the way down to maybe Philadelphia even. But north of there, you get some very heavy snow going on here Monday morning. And then we go to the next frame here. That heavy snow is continuing, and this is actually Monday afternoon. But then you have a sleet and snow mixture down here on the GFS, and this is showing this pretty much rain from the central Delaware southward and down to coastal New Jersey here. But as you get into across southeastern PA and then northern Maryland, northern Delaware, and interior South Jersey, this is all a sleet signature. That's what this orange here is sleet. The pink is actually freezing rain. So anything north there is snow. Of course, the darker the color, the heavier snow. So this is across northeastern PA, east central PA, northern New Jersey. Still getting hit very hard with snowfall at this point in the afternoon on Monday. And then here is Monday evening at 7 p.m. starting to wind down a little bit, shifting into New Jersey, where the areas where we were mixing before are now changing to snow as before it ends. But then the GFS is taking a new direction this time. Instead of carrying this on until early Tuesday morning, this actually ends by midnight across most areas, and then it's pretty much out of here. So that's it. So models did back off the idea of having it going into Tuesday morning. Some even had it in Tuesday afternoon earlier, and now they're starting to speed it up a little bit to the point where we get a big hit of snow here, and then that just moves on out, and that's pretty much it. We do want to take a look at the. I'm going to show you the snow map here for the GFS, and just to give you an idea, this is a pretty good area here of 6 to 12 inches across most of our coverage area here. The areas down to the southern fringe here I'd be a little leery about here because the soundings do not support on all snow event here, so you might not get as high as it's indicating here. Like it already has down here by Philadelphia, it has 12 inches. I can tell you right now, based on the soundings, Philadelphia would not get 12 inches. However, this model defaults at a 10-to-1 ratio. So these areas up here that are showing in the 6 to 10 inch range will probably be a little bit higher than that, just because the ratios will be a little bit higher verbatim to this GFS run. Now we're still a little bit too far away to talk about exact ratios, and we have a lot of time to work that out. But the biggest concern right now is nailing down where that boundary is going to set up. And you know, if the boundary does set up like the GFS is showing, ratios would be higher up in these areas, and we'd get a little bit higher snowfall up in the Poconos and the Lehigh Valley back into the lower Susquehanna Valley. Going to our weather alert map section, this is actually what we posted on the Facebook page last night, and this is where we think the boundary is going to set up, somewhere right along this, right along the Mason-Dixon line or the vicinity. And basically what you have here is the low pressure moving along that boundary here, warm air pressing up again from the south, and then you have the cold air filtered in from the polar vortex from the north. And where the two meet in the middle is where you get your overrunning precipitation, and that's what's giving us our storm. Anytime you have an overrunning situation, they usually tend to overperform a little bit, and that's why you can get some of these higher totals. So really right now, or as far as totals are concerned, we're really not ready to go there yet. Our first call wouldn't be until Friday evening. But this is something we're going to definitely be paying attention to for over the next couple days. And again, where this boundary sets up is going to be key. If it ends up being a little bit further to the north, areas that are showing it snow right now and in the southern areas are now going to be in the mixed area, and the snow area will be pushed further north. If this winds up sinking a little bit more south, the snow will come south a little bit further too. So models are pretty locked on this idea that the boundary will be right about here, somewhere right around this area here. But this can definitely change, and we'll keep you up to date with the latest information as we get it over the next couple of days. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for February 27, 2014. Have a great Thursday.